Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, welcome, happy Sunday. You're also fun and delightful, Sage. Welcome in Dragon, Juice, Sage, as well as anyone else who's just hanging out and lurking. It is lovely to have you here. Sage, were you around when I played off? Because this is the battle music from off, and it's a bop. It is also the only song with remotely this kind of energy in that entire playthrough. That game is bizarre. It feels like it feels like one of the... After Undertale came out, there were a lot of games that kind of tried to imitate what Undertale was trying to do. And Up feels like one of those, with the exception that it came out 6 years before Undertale. It's just... yeah, it's such an interesting one. But today is not the day for Off. Although it is the day for Pepper Steak, which is the name of that track. Because it's always the day for Pepper Steak. But today is, in fact, the day for Disco Elysium. And possibly the finale. Which kind of makes me sad in a way. Oh, definitely, Juice. So yeah. Last time, things went poorly. Several people got shot. I hope they're tears of happiness, Sage, because that is the kindest thing anybody has ever said. Yeah. The main thing left to do is go to the islet in the bay, which from my previous playthrough I know is like the last segment of the game. Hello, Sabs. I want to solve the egghead puzzle. Egghead fascinates me. And the idea of not figuring this out kills me. So, I'm just gonna try talking to him again. Hello, Summer. So many cuties here. I'm also going to walk rather than run because I am role-playing a man who got shot in the hip. Also, Summer, thank you for the 19-month resub. Oh my lord. That is so much, thank you.
So cute.
Also you. Summer, why are you so kind? Sabs, I'm excited. You're gonna love it. So I dressed up entirely for a fight that ended up going quite poorly. But this is not the outfit I want. You know what? Let me take everything off. Okay. So...
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
Garth is being so sweet. And presumably is forgiving the fact that I'm wearing nothing but tighty whities and socks. I did, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
Juice, I don't know what you're talking about. He's wearing his clothes. Socks and tighty whities. Everything else is somebody else's clothes.
I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. In the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. I just felt I needed to specify that.
You know what? That's fine, Gart.
Oh, you know.
Where did everyone
people
go?
don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
What happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there, on the balcony. Not much, Sage. Tight chest, very short of breath. Less feverish, so that's an improvement. But, yeah, I'll get there. I appreciate the concern.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass.
You know what, Gart? You proved that you truly are.
It really took courage. Don't
Yeah.
forget him.
You are a badass.
Yeah, I don't know. The clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
Sometimes you learn things about yourself.
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself. Stepping onto that balcony.
Alright, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
It's the only hostel in the area, so yeah, they will. Okay, I'll get dressed. But not pants. What do I want? Conceptualization might be interesting. These are still very good gloves. Empathy and hand-eye coordination might be nice. Ooh, there's a thing I can try. That requires very good conceptualization. Oh yes, that is a look. Also you, Stitch. Let's put the horrific necktie back on. It's been a while, buddy. I don't need reaction speed. I might want some shivers, who knows. Maybe I want empathetic shoes. Does that sentence make a lot of sense? No, but here we are. Sage, I adore you. And my policeman's hat. You know, to finish the look.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Oh, the smoker on the balcony. Who's not on the balcony. There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the whirling in rags. Hello, adjust your horrific tie.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. I'm going with unbounded optimism. Hello, Josh.
Well, here's to you.
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Oh, one of the other mercs. Probably the one I shot in the face. Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You were right, he was magical. Magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Neat, Sage. Tell me it's good. Tell me if it's good. Who is
A
he?
visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Oh! That's less than ideal. Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm? What about me, gendarme?
Ooh! Let's get my only good luck in this game and waste it on something unimportant. Neat, Sage. What is it about the way he carries himself?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Heck,
Bye-bye, gendarme.
hey, Hardee's.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
Ah, that's the power of safe scumming, buddy. No, Stitch. Oh, Stitch, that's heartbreaking. I want to see Stitch stream.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
Yeah, you were no coward yourself, buddy.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
I superstarred the shit out of that.
Dick Mullen on steroids. Glenn would have liked you had he gotten that. Never mind.
There's a lump in his throat when he thinks of Glenn, lying on the plaza mosaic, bleeding.
I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed.
This game makes me giggle all the time, Sage.
But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer. An honest tactic, and effective.
Yeah, but not healthy electrochemistry.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
They were good people. I'm sorry it went like that.
Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
What does that mean? Still a himbo.
It means you might die tomorrow. So live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas?
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
Or you might die of a heart failure or syphilis.
Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
What's going to happen to the Hardy Boys now?
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads.
Once again, what I think is so good about this game is how deep and nuanced every character is. You don't expect to reach this point in the game and like Titus Hardy. But at least I do.
Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
You know what happened to Classia?
Don't know? Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you?
Nope.
Okay, got it.
He nods and takes another sip of whiskey.
So long, fellows. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Copo loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Yes, Stitch.
Thanks
That
for
has
getting
to be your
involved,
first
guys.
stream.
Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
Can I bring my truth stick?
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
The RCM could use a man like you, Titus. Think about it.
I will, capo. That's a promise.
I got an achievement for that.
Because the Hardy Boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good.
Hell yeah, Kim.
Vino Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
Yeah, it was a GOG achievement. Oh.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Oh, of course it was. Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece. Does anybody know French that they could translate that? I can read one day I'm guessing one day I will return, or something like that. One day I will return for you, maybe? I'm doing French through Duolingo, but I am not this advanced yet. Let's see. Google Translate. One day I will be back with you. Yeah, one day I will return to you.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
Step back, Lieutenant.
The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message.
Sage, what if that's my plan? Disco Elysium. No, say nothing. Stare grimly into the flames.
The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters.
I can't believe Bloodspot cannot taint.
The flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Yes, Stitch, you are cute.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
So there is something I want to do here. I want one last attempt at the blank wall. Oh, sound? You doing okay? I'm not going to save scum it, but I might need to put a point into conceptualization first, and I only have 1 point. So I'm going to save in case I fail, and I can just revert.
Just an ordinary.
Oh no, there we go.
Nothing to see here.
3%. Let's go for those double sixes.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Kim, you don't understand. I bet there's something really cool there. So let me say, if I get the opportunity, if I've got time at the end of stream, I will come back here and I will save scum until I figure that out. Because I need to know. Can I quick travel now? It can. There's also the cargo container door, which just... That's not going to happen. I want it to happen. Okay. Let's try to figure out Egghead.
We're close.
Are we?
True, hard, full car.
Okay. Say nothing.
Hard car.
Still say nothing.
Hard as a mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Internally coherent? Still say nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Say
He
nothing?
furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hard car. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
I feel like I've been down this path before. Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Yeah, I've been down... I feel like I've been through every path in this.
We're close.
True, hard, full car.
Say nothing.
Car. Hard car as a mega.
I think it's important to get him to the point where he kind of doubts himself. Say nothing.
Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his
Hard car. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
How did I never get this far? What? The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Yo! I did it? I solved the egghead puzzle. I don't feel like I solved the puzzle. I don't feel like I understand him any better than I did before, but here we are.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal.
Thanks, Shivers.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Egg, can you please route Sona's signal through your speakers?
To the mega. Yeah. I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
I love that he's still super into it. It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Kim, relax.
Don't worry. I have an adapter for it right here.
Then why didn't you just... I love you, Egghead.
Hang on. This is a 4.5. We're all good people.
So it wasn't a 3 point... Oh. With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Juice. We solved the egghead puzzle.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg, the music?
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music.
Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
All right, here comes the night.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Egghead, he plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Of course he won't turn the volume down.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Sir, what?
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
Oh! Oh, glue style.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
I think what Egghead is trying to say is that the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready. Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty.
Knees weak,
The
arms are
tube
heavy.
seems cold and large, somehow.
I can't believe we're gonna eat mom's spaghetti.
There's tightness in your chest. Anxiety.
Proceed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside. No waves. No floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest.
I don't think I ever did this in my previous playthrough.
It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboards fills the air, joining the chorus.
This fragile world is about to break.
It's getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. He's peaking, the worst high he's ever been on.
What's that weird rattling sound? Wait, no, I would just want to say it was in me at first.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
This is not dance, Egg.
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible, if evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
She looks up. A screech fills the air, a scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to earth! Love!
Below it, all the base grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all.
High voltage. Yes, this is quite a trip.
That's it. I'm muting it.
I'm a himbo. I have no fear. Everybody, don't panic. It's beautiful.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal?
Oh,
Have
shit.
you?
Yes, I've turned it off.
Oh. Oh, she can't mute it.
Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
Oh, no.
This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
He just unplugged it.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
I don't think I've ever imagined him saying those words.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Andre.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's the start.
Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that? I've never heard anything like that, and I've heard a pale latitude compressor. Yes, Zach, pure chaos.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically,
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
Her voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Oh no, Zach. I fear. You're going to write to Sulislav?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive.
Damn it, Pale Unknown. Why do I not know about the Pale? Who can tell me about the Pale? I'ma do it.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time
I actually got a double 6. I need somebody to clip that, please. Because I won't believe it if I don't have proof. Thank you, Juice. Oh. Wait, how?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind the kitchen table, in the evening light, drinking coffee and smoking, with a friend. And a woman, she was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo as she was smoking.
Sona, it's the origin point of the Pale. Sage, I double 6'd one of the, probably the lowest probability we've ever seen in this game. It had a -10 adjustment on it. And I double 6'd it. Oh. Sona, it's the origin point of the Pale.
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts. It's baby Pale. Thank you, Sage.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
Correct, Voltage. Everything bad that's happened, it all culminated into this perfect moment.
That comforts her.
No. We're 20 meters from the edge.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
The Pale is only an effect. A transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state of reality. Imagine if all this never was.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
One day when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
This is one of those places. So this world is kind of slowly being torn apart by the Pale. Slowly enough that on a human scale, you don't see it happening. But eventually, it will just consume everything.
According to this, how long?
Until it starts swallowing? It's already started, starting with sound.
And information. Causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
Nice.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
Kim, you have to understand, when a brain works as badly as mine, sometimes weird ideas slip in.
Knows how to think this.
It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus. Or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
Yes, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement.
So there are probably more of these.
Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinez.
Do you think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
Well, we know it affects computers, potentially destroying data. We know that it swallows sound. It makes people physically uncomfortable. I would not want to try to run a business in a place that made everybody in there feel uncomfortable.
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean a kind of anthroponetic history. Kind of, Juice!
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building, with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
I don't think Mia is playing fair in this game. I'm sorry, Harry? I'm sorry, Harry? Say that again? Because that's a weird thing to have thought, sir. Harry? Harry? That's a weird thing to have thunk. Harry, don't do that to me, Harry. Sorry, I had to get real close to the mic. Just to whisper in Harry's ear. Yes, both of them deserve to know.
Then go tell them.
I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know. I'm sorry, Juice. I was talking quietly because I didn't want to clip the mic.
An amateur anthroponetic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
Paula, don't reveal streamer secrets. One day all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest, some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
The club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together.
I wouldn't go so far as to...
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthroponetic detection to perform in this district.
I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there, but I had completely forgotten about it ever since.
Egghead is amazing. Also, Paula, you didn't have to seppuku. I was doing a silly.
It must be entroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the pay right on the doorstep.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
Entroponetic crosstalk?
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through Pale, all kinds of irregularities take place. You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago. Pale is a shroud of memories, and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. You could hear anything.
That makes sense. Thanks for explaining that to me.
Anytime.
Well, that was really cool. And not at all what I expected. Oh, a new thought I could get? Oh no. Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately, looking for something. Tidying up, rearranging, storing away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in boxes. The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. A spot of light on the bedroom door after the dark. The fluttering of eyelids in the spring sun. A thought that arises only to disappear again. And yet there's a pattern emerging. God damn, this game's got too much stuff in it. Like, I genuinely don't know how anyone's meant to do all the stuff in this game. I mean, presumably the answer is, you're not. You're not meant to do all the things in one playthrough. Yeah, kind of the same, Josh. Until this game basically just said, oh yeah, fourth wall, we don't have one. Enjoy! I'm waiting for Harry to look up at the screen and address me directly at this point.
Oh my god! Things have gotten out of hand! I thought the psychic stuff was bad, but the crime! It's even worse! I haven't been able to come to work for 3 days. The shop has been locked. No sales, gangbangers running around, shooting everyone. I know I shouldn't have bought a shop in this ghetto.
Oh my god. You walk into the store, and the first part of the music is this deep bass note. It's there the whole time. You just don't notice it, because it's just part of the music. But once you know what it is, I'm the one who got shot here, ma'am.
Oh my god! Even the police can't take care of all of this. Just look at that limp. Someone should do something about this. Maybe I should close the bookstore and open a psychic studio. Yes! It makes sense. Crime is the 6th element, you see. The darkest element.
Everything else aside, I don't think you should open in anything here.
I can teach people to protect themselves against bad energies and to fight crime.
Sounds like a plan. Life must go on.
Yes, what Martinez really needs is more vigilantes roaming the streets.
Exactly. It's a brilliant idea. Thank you, officer. I'm going to start drawing up business plans right away. In the meantime, do buy the books. As many as you can. They won't be here for much longer. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Plaisance, I have something to tell you. I found the actual source of Doom.
What do you mean, actual source? I thought this issue was resolved.
My investigation has led me to discover a 2mm entroponetic hole in reality. That's the source of Doom, both in the commercial area and Martinez.
A what?
A tiny hole in reality. It may be connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinaise. So, oh, the Union's going to fail as well. They can't not.
Ma'am, what he's saying is true. We found an anthroponetic anomaly in the small Pinewood Church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
Sage, you're right. At 2 millimeters, it's just way too big to fuck.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
She's too afraid to even say the word.
You can protect it with hope by refusing to give up. That's what people have done in the past, by building a church, a place of worship around this thing.
You're right, officer. I can't just leave everything. After all this work, this little bookstore has become the corner store of our neighborhood. I can't just jump the ship and leave.
The thing is, it kind of has become that.
Besides, didn't I have some Sailite hope catchers round here somewhere? I must find them. Everything will be all right if I can just find them. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
The thing is, I'm not going to tell her to just leave everything. Because A, I don't think that will really help her. B, like, the church kept it contained for centuries. Ola? God, I can't believe you would say something like that to Sage. Take away everything they've loved?
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Fair point. Yes, totally obvious.
Now let's get to it.
I was going to, Kim. I was going to. Is this Emma Atelier? I don't know what that means. And this creepy music is probably also the same kind of thing. Although no, this is just creepy music. Because that was explicitly a bass beat. I forget, how do I go further upstairs? Is it just through here? It is! But that little sound there is the kind of radio interference they've been experiencing.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins.
Not really.
Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Why hasn't her business failed?
A gust of cold air
sweeps
through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
This is still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
I'm just using logic. It's windy in here. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown.
You're right. I should take a trip to the roof once the snow is gone. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
No one's really ever safe from failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. It looks like a regular piece of jewelry to me.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Why are you telling me this?
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed.
Sage, because potatoes are God's gift to us, and frying something is the way humans make God's gifts even better.
And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy here.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
Stop! Oh my god, the fourth wall is flimsy enough at this point.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
It's a bit more complicated than I first thought it would be.
I'm listening.
Just say it. There's a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to Pale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Sona is involved in this?
She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
What? No, I wouldn't go as far as to say that the entire world is doomed.
Just Martinez?
She gives you a rueful smile and takes a look around.
In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm a star myself, a superstar, and superstars don't care about money.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice? made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet to complement your magnetic personality.
Oh, ma'am, you know how to sell to me.
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
But do magnetic dice even roll properly?
It's true. Magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
I'm probably not going to have time to get this, but I really want to. It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
No. Okay, so maybe today isn't the finale. Because I also got a new thought. Oh. What? Oh, I don't have enough. I've got so many of these. Temporary research bonus. All red checks fail. That's awful to have even for 4 hours. Seems like the point of this game is victory. The absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory in business ventures and creative undertakings. Victory in love and over other people. Political victory. Ideological victory. Hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though. Not a lot of victors in sight. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that, and how do you not lose? Oh. So this is the fuck the fourth wall thought. Did I never get volumetric shit compressor this time? I'm disappointed in myself. Look how many thoughts there are. There are so many. It would take 1,000,000 playthroughs of this game. To figure out even the tiniest bit. The floorboards creak. Thank you. Sabs, you want me to check out some cursed dice?
Oh, it's you again.
Can I order another
I'm
die?
Sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce 1 die per customer.
Heck. Sorry, Sabs. Okay. I've got no tasks left. But I do want to wait for some things to happen. That will be 4 hours, which I don't think is 4 in-game hours. So I'm going to... I'm going to use one of the in-game books to pass that time. And also... And also to get the... to get the dice. Wait, am I in the wrong place? I'm in the wrong place. And then, I should be able to at least check out the cursed dice, Sabs. That's assuming I'm right about those things being in-game time. But I feel like they must be. They can't expect people to wait 4 hours for a... for real-world hours for anything.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Yeah, Sabs, I normally do it with strawberry jelly. That's always been the one I've gone for, but literally anything I imagine would work. And honestly, yeah, sounds good. So let me make sure I'm right about this being in-game time.
The face of King Freecell smiles at you. For some, this section includes. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling. It seems to be, according to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
When it says bear wrestling, does that mean two bears are wrestling each other, or...?
Of course not. The article makes plain that this is man on bear, or in some cases, woman on bear competition. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk.
Precisely. For too long, drink has been a scourge to the working class, and President Kenijinsky is deeply committed to supplying the people with more wholesome entertainments.
Kim, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to see a bear fight.
They're quite the spectacular. I've heard they make the people in the front rows wear plastic sheets. On account of the blood, you see.
Oh, I was hoping it would be piss, but sure.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Well, that didn't pass as much time as I was hoping. Wait, isn't there a bench you can sit on to pass time? I feel like there's a bench you can sit on to pass time. You're sitting on my bench.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
I could never have expected that to be what was said. What? Was he killed during the mercenary tribunal?
Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how we wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper.
But you miss him.
The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and...
Oh, okay, so you can't sit when Kim's around. Thanks, Sage.
And she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Here, something to remember your friend by. Give him the photograph of Renee and the girl.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Renee looked so happy, and Jenny...
Eyes blurry with tears, he has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone.
Despite their differences, these men played such a significant part in each other's lives that now that one of them is gone, the other feels just lost.
I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
No. I really don't.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Kim, you don't understand. I need to pass time. I can see now if I was correct. Yeah. That passed about half an hour, as opposed to just a few minutes. So I can see this one at least. I've bought a book, or found a book rather. But let me go to Plaisance and buy a book. Like, it's clear that this isn't going to be the finale, because I've spent a lot of time doing stuff. And I know for a fact that, like, the last section takes a couple of hours to get through. So weird, you can feel that hum when you walk in the store.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
I want to buy Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
Neat. The frontispiece of this old paperback features a muscle man in chains, kneeling before a salacious-looking woman on a regal seat. A bonfire lies between the throne and the man, casting shadows on the wall, and the shadow of the vixen's headdress looks like a pair of demonic horns. I kind of want to read this book now.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Heimdall man.
I agree, Sage. It's such an interesting way to do it. Look at the back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Heimdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Heimdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Heimdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?
Time to flip through the book.
You open the book to a random page.
No!
Man from Heimdall, wielding his two Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield.
Sir, do you not know how to read a book? You don't open it in the
Flip
middle.
to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Oh shit, gritty and heroic.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdalla tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
You're not wrong, Sage. Given the level of intelligence I've showed during this playthrough, it's remarkable. Give me more!
Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onward!
The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Holy shit, this is so me.
A passage reads, "The man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles."
Oh, chat. You can sap my masculine essence anytime you want.
Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, "I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall." She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. "First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct."
Wow, this is epic.
In the final pages, man from Heimdall mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Heimdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
That did not pass as much time in-game as I was hoping it would. Like, it's super confirmed that it is in-game time that matters. But I was hoping for more than that. That's good to know, Sage. Now, where are my case files? That's Ruby's journal. Tools, maybe? Sure.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Read a case file.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Okay, so it actually straight up tells you that. The square bullet hole murders. I mean, this is at least all interesting.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
Yeah, the voice acting really sells it. But
that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is The entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
A sequence killer?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next?
Also Stitch.
Don't worry. One day.
The couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
Kim can't even complain. I'm familiarizing myself with police work. They actually looked like assholes.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups,
oh, neat.
Stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum-tum-tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills.
Neat, Sage. Oak, thank you for bringing a tribute to the stream.
Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey.
Oh.
Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Really cool.
Yeah, really lame.
Oh.
So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open. Blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be?
Yeah, that sounds like there are no clues.
Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy. really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Oak, why are you surprised that that Detective Harrier Dubois is in a bookstore? He is literate. He read a child's alphabet book and is now literate. And what was he doing there? For 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next.
Okay, I need another 30 minutes or so for that one. Yeah, I need a long time for that one. I don't remember the Next World mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads,
Sage, they're called pop-up books. I understood what you meant.
True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case.
Yeah, don't worry. Since I'm playing the detective game today, Oak loaned me the communal brain cell. When I'm done with that, I'll put it back in the bucket.
The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, do I ever find out who... read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
Keep the mural, it is right.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. Except I don't want to.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next? Not much is
Nothing for now.
The precarious world. How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls.
That sounds like a good option.
Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
What bonus do I get from this? Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. So it says lowered. So does that mean critical failure just doesn't happen anymore? And that critical success happens on an 11? That's how I'm reading that. And if so, that is an amazing thing to get. Still got a while yet on Wasteland of Reality. How much longer? So filed 11:52, so I need to pick them up at 19:52. Which is still another 3 hours away. 4 hours away. Whee! So it's worth noting, you listen carefully, there's a very low bass hum. And we now know what that is. And I love it. So I'm just gonna rapidly click through some of these.
Found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the. It takes about half an hour. AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it,
Hell yeah,
it is
Sage.
unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in general, know it's unsolvable. You were so Leslie, the only way for Leslie to threaten him. It's plain to see from the files that, good, he must, in the process, kill them. They broke it.
Oh! You know, given that I'm just clicking through this quickly, that is not what I expected Half-Light, or in fact anybody, to say.
He came at her, can't get at, which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one? It would be very... That's all you... Who knows? Don't worry. One day.
That didn't take... That only took 15 minutes. It's still good.
Some assholes brought their couch out insufferable. They were leaving it cigarette butts, coffee. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have murder. Joseph Mills didn't get off the pot. Okay, so the case is handed to you. Yeah, so anyway, no one Mills has no idea. See? You can't even read. Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
Hey, you'll like Harry's wood?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. This one, the mural, true love. People call the graffito crew. The crew, the 9,000, a staggering 78% of vote. Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Not much has changed.
Wow, he called my... That was mean. He said I had a smelly toilet ledger. Just because it's true. Oh yes, it was 1752. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Dice Maker store and just stand there awkwardly waiting for her to finish. Neat, Oak. I didn't know that, Oak. Thank you for teaching me. Wait, what's back here? Oh no, this is exactly where I've been. Whoops! You probably had a little bit of buffering there. because my bitrate dropped to 7. Now, for those who don't know how bitrates work, my bitrate is normally around 3,500. So 7 is quite low.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers. It takes about half an hour to piece one together. This one, the mural, true love. People call the graffito crew is the crew agree. The 9,000, a staggering 78% of vote. In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil. Not much is.
Okay. Hi, lady.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice.
Here you go.
This was an especially fun set to make.
She says as she opens the drawer and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Observe.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
Chat, how do you like a pair of tiny balls in your hand? These 100-sided dice are made of ivory and inlaid with magnetic lodestone. When rolled together, pips on the dice interact with each other by pulling and pushing, just like magnetic personalities. Note, look at the map tab in Journal to see which white checks have opened. Oh, neat! That opens up white checks. It reopens the backyard wall. So that's what these do? They reopen checks? Ah. Man, scrolling here is not easy. So I can do a rhetoric check on ceiling. What's the map wall? I don't even remember. I mean, that's cool. I mostly just did it for the fun of it.
Oh, it's you again. Are you look? I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I.
Oh, one die per customer, not one at a time. Heck. Okay, so I'm clearly not going to do the big thing today. And I'm still not feeling 100%, so I might make this a slightly shorter stream. But there are one or two things I still want to pursue. The big thing is I would like to figure out this. I've got like one more major thought that's still brewing there. That'll take another 2 hours of in-game time, which I can pass easily enough. After which I can sleep in a nice room and maybe have some not nice dreams. Oh no, Stitch. Oh, I hope you don't have strep throat.
It's the ledger you found in the trap. It takes about half an hour to... It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. One day.
That one's only 15 minutes, but it's probably the easiest to go through.
Don't worry. One day. It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. One. It would be.
Yeah, this is the easiest way to get through.
Don't worry.
15 minutes.
One. It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. One day.
Like enough that I would guess that this is probably how speedrunners pass time.
One day.
Oh, that sucks, Stitch.
It would be. That's all you. Who knows? Don't worry. One day. Not much.
How am I for this? 26 minutes. Okay. I can easily pass that time. Wait, it's tools.
It's the ledger you found. It takes about half. It would be. That's all you got. Who knows? Don't worry. One day. It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't
there
worry.
We go.
Not much. Wasteland of reality. Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years, though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Yep, but it's still impressive coming back from it. Oh! -1 physical instrument, -1 inland empire, -1 suggestion. From being boring, +1 psyche, return of the self, and interestingly, no positive effects from alcohol. This is interesting because this is just straight up, you're not an alcoholic anymore. But I've been wondering for a while, all these weird pictures associated with each of the thoughts. I do wonder if there's like a big mural that they're all a part of, and if there's some way to fit it all together. Juicy's back. Tell a friend. I don't think I've ever been here this late.
Yes?
I'm gonna try this one. Why did the 41st send me?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
Oh, well, that balanced things out nicely. Nothing. Also you, Nerf.
The lieutenant's door is...
Bye, Kim. I love you.
The bed's a little nicer now. You could get a good night's sleep here.
Except I have insomnia. Go to sleep.
The window is fixed. The sheets are new. It's easier to fall asleep than ever before.
Wait.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso.
We probably had some buffering there, so I just paused for a second. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weight sinking to the bottom of the sea until they're suddenly light.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
Seriously, get this man a lozenge. Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
I think so, Stitch.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, Darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
God, games are so unrealistic. Feeling rested?
Go.
Okay. As soon as I meet Kim... Wait. Oh, now I do have time for something important.
Yes?
Nothing. I just wanted to say hi, Kim. I do have time for something very important, chat. Juice, it's super important. You'll see. It's the wall. I am. And you see, now, normally I end stream at 3 hours. It's currently at 2 hours. Which is because I'm not feeling 100%, but that gives me plenty of time to save scum.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah, why?
Nope. I'm save scumming this. It's important. Yeah, double 4s.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see. Yeah, why?
No. This isn't how this is happening. I need to know what's on this wall. Yeah, this one doesn't count though, Juice.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Why?
Okay, it keeps going down by exactly 1. That's actually kind of funny. It was 4-4, 4-3, now 4-2.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing here. Why?
Damn it. Coal emotes? Oh, that's very exciting. There was 1-6. Now, if only I could hold that.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing here. Why?
Ooh. That felt close. I do not know what's going on with my internet today. There's no reason it should be slow like this. Or rather, inconsistent like this. And I'm not a fan. That's so cool, Sage.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. What?
Damn it. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to get into voice acting.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, that's as bad as it could get. I mean, almost. It wasn't actually. Then I cry, Juice.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Why? Just an ordinary wall. Nothing because you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows. The colors.
Hell yes. And that wouldn't have worked if I hadn't taken the time to get that new thought. Yeah, they paid off, Bolt. Oh, Juice, you weren't here. I got a new thought that that reduces the level for a critical success to 11 instead of 12. Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
Yeah, part of the reason to end stream soonish is my insanely inconsistent internet connection. More!
Oh, Wallfather.
Kim, I must paint this wall. Add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all. You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I already have the paint. Just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull.
If you must.
Oh no, that's way better than I was expecting it to be. Cindy, Where's Cindy? Is it too early for Cindy to be up? I'm checking in the wiki where she is. Why can't I find her? No, this is illegal. Does she not do this anymore? Did I have to do this earlier? No. No! No, this is very important to me suddenly. Okay, maybe she only wakes up later.
It's the ledger you found. It takes about half. It would be that. Who knows? Don't worry. It would be that's who knows? Don't worry. It would.
Maybe she only wakes up like 9 o'clock.
Don't worry. It would be that's who knows? Don't worry. It would be that's who knows? Don't worry. It would that's who knows? Don't worry. Not much has changed.
No, Cindy, where are you? Did she leave? No, this is a disaster. Damn it, I'm running now. Does she live in there? Maybe she lives in there. Actually, how do you get upstairs there? I forget. Oh, there we go. Balcony. It's illegal to not be able to find Cindy. Okay, no, Cindy doesn't live here. Oh, pants. I don't need those. Just, okay. Chat, can we agree that this is important at least? Okay, let's wait until 11. Yes, Juice, what's your question?
It's the ledger you found in the track. It takes about. It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. It would be very. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. One day.
This is day 7, Juice.
It would be. That's all. Who knows? Don't worry. It would be.
If you tell me Cindy leaves on like day 4, I'm gonna be sad. Cindy's gone, isn't she?
That's who knows. Don't worry.
Fuck this game.
Not much is.
This is the worst game I've ever played. I've got a car. I've got a car. Thank you for offering me milk, Sage. She did this to me on purpose. Why does Cindy hate me? Look. If this is the way it is, then this is the way it is. There's nothing more I can do about it. I'll know to saves come earlier next time. Oh, of course, the crowds are gone. Only one thing can make me feel better. It's locked forever? I wanted to try to convince the container to be open. Dang it. Hi, Summer. It's terrible. Quite a bit. We discovered a hole in the world. We found a theory for it. We got some dice. We managed to conceptualize a wall, but then we discovered that Cindy's gone, so we can't get a paintbrush from her, and I wish to cry. Also, we're no longer an alcoholic, which is, you know, progress. Okay. There's really not much else to do. I don't have time to start the next section in capital letters. So that'll have to be next week. Wow, what?
A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is? Cool. That's cool.
Persuade him to give you some money. Should be, Sage.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money, now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know, it was just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need to get money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
I just thought I would try that. Pointlessly. I'm just going to get myself into a good position for the start of... Oh, there's one more thing I can do. No. Well, Stitch, I still plan to have 3 streams, but I plan to have 2 games going simultaneously. Instead of 3, which has been murdering me. Okay, I'm not going to save scum it, but I am going to save to make sure I don't embarrass myself too much.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you. Reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Okay. Chat. It's time to roll those double sixes.
Oh, yes, she does. You need to get that drink. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand. You asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
I'm going to load that because it's just too embarrassing. Like, I don't want to live in the reality where that happened. Anyway. As lovely as this is, I'm starting to feel a little bit more sick, unfortunately. So I am going to end stream and find someone to send you lovely people over to. Let's see who's live. Is it possible? Could it be? I mean, if Twitch actually loaded, it would be helpful. No, not that. You know what? Let's raid Alphonse. Alphonse is a good lad. Thank you, Sage. I had rather a lot of fun. Yeah, Alphonse is doing a God of War franchise run, which is a lot. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. This was incredibly fun. I was expecting it to be the finale, but it wasn't. It should be next week. I'm glad I cleaned up a few outstanding things, including the hole in reality. That was a big thing that I didn't want to leave. I should be live again on Wednesday at 5:30 Eastern Time, continuing my Xenoblade Chronicles 2 playthrough. This will return and conclude next week Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time. I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, or whatever time zone you're currently in. I will see you all around. Stay good all. Love you all.